Sure. No, we're happy to be here. We've had great work back at home. From day one, we put together a schedule that we thought would put our team in the best position to play our very best ball, and our players have responded well. Staff has. I think we've had a great plan. Excited about the work that we've had, and we're certainly excited to get here to Atlanta and get game week started. Everyone did travel, and the availability of the three guys that you mentioned or that have been in question, those guys won't play.
So, just to clarify, so minor seasons, pretty will not play.
They will not play. Yeah, he got hurt in practice. Right now, our expectation is that he would not play, but we'll see how the week goes on. I don't want to air guys' dirty laundry out. You guys know me well enough like that, so they get that enough in this world. So they won't be available to play.
What can you do? Ronnie's been so important to you guys. What kind of things can you do to make up for that?
Well, we're not a one-man show up front. I haven't been all year. Ronnie's been a good player for us, but we've got a lot of good players up there. We've recruited a lot of good players. We've developed a lot of players. Our production, if you look at the front, has been pretty even across the board, and we've gotten it from a lot of different players. Several games you go back and look, and several of the games where we had a ton of sacks or a ton of pressures, and rarely were they just coming from one person. And so it's no different than a guy getting hurt first play of the game. This way you're able to prepare for it a little bit. I'm not going to go into great detail of what our plan is, but I'm confident in the guys that we have and pressure we've been able to force this year, and hopefully we can do it again. Well, we've got a lot of guys that are. I think Coach Grinch has done an outstanding job of developing those guys, and we've had a lot of kind of bumps and bruises throughout the year. Played a lot of different lineups. We've, as we talked about so much, especially at the beginning of the year, it seemed like a hot topic. We were playing so many different players, and that's when, times like this is when those things matter and when they show up. And so. Justin's had a very strong year for us, but we have a lot of players that have as well, and so we'll put the best ones out there and know we've got guys that are experienced and ready to play well. They're doing fine. Yeah, they're doing fine. Yeah, no, TJ's going to get some opportunities. He was a guy that we honestly felt like coming into the season. I remember it felt a lot like Rodney Anderson a few years ago when we still had Samaje and Joe. It was kind of like, man, these two guys are pretty good, but this guy's practicing so well. And Rodney at the time, like, we got to find ways to get him involved. Rodney ended up getting hurt that year. We kind of felt the same way about TJ coming in. We had some experienced guys that had produced in the past that are very good players, but TJ was practicing so well that we were just saying, man, we're going to have to find ways to keep getting him involved because he's just getting better and better. And he got injured as well and, missed the first half of the season, but he's come back, done a lot of work behind the scenes. A lot of confidence in him. I know he'll be ready. Honestly, in a way, this one's easier because yeah, it's always tough, and you've got a plan. You got to have contingencies. I mean, that's our job. But certainly the more time you have to prepare for it, at any point, the easier that it is. So I'm confident in the players we have, and I'm confident in the staff that we have, that we'll have a group out there that's ready to play, and a scheme that'll give us a great chance to play well.
You mentioned, I think, that all of those guys did travel.
Mhm.
Was that a decision that you had to make?
It was. Yeah, it was. But, wanted those guys here. They're able to practice, able to help this team win in a different way right now.
How do you utilize those guys in practice like that?
They give us great preparation on both sides of the ball. It's having good players on any part of your football team anywhere can be an advantage. And those guys won't play for us Saturday, but they can do a lot of things, offensively, defensively, giving looks, special teams. So, again, they've got to find a way to help this team win, and it won't be on Saturday, but they can certainly help us here through the week.
Can you compare the teams you played and what you've seen from LSU on film? Is there anything similar to anything you think?
I mean, there's comparison scheme wise, especially in this league historically, when you look at them offensively. I mean, there's a lot of comparison scheme wise, but yeah, they're unique in their own ways, and it's the combination of the scheme and certainly the players that they have. So we know it's going to be it's going to be two really good football teams going at it. We're both here for a reason. They're here for a reason, and so it's going to be fun.
But as you were saying, how much have you been able to see of the LSU guys? Have you been able to get a good read?
Yeah, we have. I mean, it's to give them credit, it doesn't look like a huge drop off when the other ones are in. So they've obviously recruited well. They've got some depth, and that's key at this point. I mean, this point of the year, you're going to have guys get banged up. You're going to have things happen, and a lot of times the four teams that are here because they're your first 11 are pretty good, but most of the times we've got some quality depth behind, and we're able to, when a great player's out for whatever reason is, you're able to plug the leak and kind of keep on churning. And LSU's been able to do that at running back from what we've been able to see, and we've been able to do that at certainly multiple positions this year too.
Are those the only three guys suspended, or are there
No, right now those are the three. I don't feel it from a multi-year standpoint. I think this team craves it right now. I mean, that's this program has a long-standing history of great expectations, and that is I think you feel that all the time, every year, no matter where you're at here, and it's a great thing because I think it helps push us to continue to play at the level that we have. But as far as expectations for that and feeling it, no, I think it's just you're so in the moment with this team and these coaches and these players, and it's because right now that's what's gonna help you win it. And so certainly you want to do it for the program and for all the people that are involved or have been involved. But we're the only ones that can do it right now.
What else you were telling about the counterplay, and did you ever find yourself saying, I've got to miss this play to practice?
Yeah, I vaguely remember the conversation. Yeah, we had a good talk. I remember talking about the play a little bit. Nothing too in depth. But yeah, I mean, I think it's been one of those plays for us that. And a lot of plays are like this. I mean, a lot of times you're going to get out of plays what you put into them. And if you're going to be good at something consistently, you've got to, be able to put the work into it. And that's been one of the things that we've chosen to do, and it's been a good play for us.
Time for two more before we bring up the players.
I think we saw Alex Rich in New York at the high school ceremony. And we've heard Alex and Jalen talk about their relationship with each other. Is that unusual for a quarterback to be with a coordinator to have that kind of relationship? And how have you seen that sort of come together over these last couple of months?
I wouldn't say it's unusual. I think our, I know, Baker and Mike had a really good relationship. Now you get that develops through the year with your defensive coaches. You may not be in the meeting room with them all the time, but you're going against those guys all the time throughout the year, and competitive side of it. Then I think too, obviously coordinator is going to be one of the bigger leaders on your team, and your quarterback's always going to be one of the bigger leaders on your team. So there is some shared bond there, and so no, it was fun. It was good to have Alex and Becky there. Something they hadn't been able to experience, so it was fun to be able to enjoy that with them, and yeah, that's about it.
I know you weren't,
That's all right. These two.
I know you weren't the head coach at the time, but Jacob Brooks got at LSU was away from LSU. You guys, was that an impact to you guys as a program? And what did you see from him at LSU on tape that shows out that
Yeah, no, I don't. I wasn't head coach at the time. I remember when it happened, but didn't know him very well. Yeah, no, he's been a good player for him, no question. Been productive. Made a lot of plays for him, so it certainly looks like he's done a good job, and obviously it's turned out well for them, and we're pretty happy with the guy playing inside linebacker for us too.
Last question right here. Is this the only game that those two will be suspended?
They're suspended right now. That's where I'm leaving it.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right.